Now that we have defined the segments and the arcs and the diameter and the radii, all the different connected properties of a circle, now let's see the new property or the concept called sector of a circle. Sector is today's session for the topics of circle. What is a sector? Let's define sector using the circle with suitable radius and center. So let's take a circle of suitable radius and this. Imagine this as a pizza, and I would like to define a sector through the real life model of a pizza. So let's consider a pizza which is cut exactly through the center. Say I cut this slice. So this is the piece of the pizza which I cut out there. And thus I obtain a piece of pizza out here. So this is the piece of the pizza through which I define a sector. Before that, let me take into consideration that this piece of pizza, as taken from the main circular pizza, has the center of the circle, has radius, has arc length. So a sector is a region which is enclosed between the two radii and the arc length. So a sector is now defined a sector is the region enclosed by the radii and the connected arc length. So this is said to be the connected arc length between A and B and O. So connected arc length between the two radii is between OA and OB, that is AB is the connected arc length. So sector is defined to be the region enclosed by the radii and the connected length of circle and the connected arc length is how we define the sector for the given circle. A pizza cut with a piece of pizza has the center, has the radii, has the arc length, and a sector is the region enclosed by the radii of circle and the connected arc length. Is how we understand a sector in terms of the arc length. Sector with its definition. Is how we define a sector of a circle, part of a circle, a piece of a pizza for a given Domino's pizza. Now that we have defined a sector, now comes the question on what are the different types of sectors which exist for a given circle. This session is about the types of sectors of the given circle. The types of sectors for a given circle. Just like we had the different definitions for an arc we had major arc and minor arc. Even for segments, we had the classification of segments into two types, major segment and minor segment. Similarly, we classify sectors into two forms, of course, major sector and minor sector. So let's see the definitions in brief. So the sectors are classified into two types. One is major sector and the other is minor sector. So how do we define major and minor sectors is the biggest question out here. So in order for that, let's take the circle into existence. So let's take a circle out here with the center fixed and with suitable radius. Let me cut this pizza assumed to be a circle into a piece. So I cut the piece of pizza out here, and one of the slice is this and the other slice is this. So I have two slices of the pizza. One is this and the other is this. So what is the difference between these two slices is what defines the two types of sectors. Now, as we know that the circle defines two sectors, one is this and the other one is this. So there are two types of sectors identified here. One is this and the other is this. So here, let me take the two possible sectors with the first piece of pizza which is taken out here, is out here, and the second set of pizza which is taken in this case, which is like this. Out here. Obviously, this slice of the pizza is bigger in size and this slice of the pizza is smaller in size. Therefore, we call this as major sector and this as minor sector. Mathematically, a major sector is a sector which involves major arc. So this sector has major arc and this sector has minor arc. So therefore, a sector which has major arc involved is called major sector. A sector which has minor arc involved is called minor sector. Major sector is the sector which involves major arc for the given circle. Minor sector is the sector which involves minor arc for the circle, and hence the smaller piece of the pizza is called minor sector and the major piece of the pizza is called major sector. Is how we define the two types of sectors classified in the branch of circles, major sector and minor sector.
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.